Hi folks, Joseph Kurski here with you to talk about 60 pieces of advice for your geo-future, your geo-enabled future. These are not the end-all be-all pieces of advice. I encourage you to seek other sources as well as me, but this is from my many decades of being immersed in geospatial, geo-enviro education, and geotechnologies. This is available as a story map for you to dig into the links that I have here, and I hope it's helpful. 60 pieces of advice for your geo-future. Number one, be aware that our world faces challenges from global scale on down to our local communities and even our individual families. Being aware of that drives us forward. That's why we're using the geo-enviro framework and geotechnologies to build a more resilient, sustainable world. Sustainability is possible. So one of the pieces of advice here is be hopeful. Impart that hope to others. Encourage others. If we get into a situation we are all despairing, that would be a bad situation to be in. So encourage others that sustainability is possible, but it requires holistic geographic thinking. People don't have to come into geotechnologies and in the Earth-centered fields from geography, and certainly the case is a valid one where we are having a widening diversity of people in the geo-enviro geotechnology space, which is good. We have people coming in from data science, from sociology, from engineering, from planning, a wider diversity of disciplines and backgrounds than ever before, which is a good thing. We need that community to determine what problems to solve, what tools we need to solve those problems, and to work together. So sustainability is possible, and B, they don't all have to come into this field from geography. Geographic thinking is important, but it spans multiple disciplines. And indeed, I have a whole book, for example, on using the spatial perspective in mathematics, and other articles and chapters about other disciplines. So sustainability is possible. Keep that positive note at the forefront. Number three, GIS enables the geographic approach across, as I said, multiple disciplines. It's one of those few tools that allows you to gather data, map it, analyze it, and then communicate the results via story maps and dashboards and various infographics and geo-visualizations. So that whole workflow from gathering, asking questions to communicating the result, and then hopefully leading to action, as you see at the bottom of this globe. The action piece. If we're learning about water quality, energy, equity, natural hazards, resilience, etc., but we're not human health, we're not doing anything about it, we're only gaining head knowledge. That's only part of the equation. We need to make actionable decisions, and GIS helps us do that. And this is not just a circular one-circle project or problem or challenge. It's iterative. As you investigate, as you analyze, you're thinking about additional questions that need to be asked. And then what data do I need? What tools do I need to analyze that data? How do I communicate the results of that data? So GIS enables this holistic geographic approach across multiple disciplines. That the ecosphere is connected to the hydrosphere, is connected to the anthroposphere, is connected to the biosphere, the lithosphere, etc. It's all holistic. It's systems thinking. We feel empowered, and I think one of the things I wanted to say about this particular frame is it's okay to have this dual thinking nowadays. We feel very empowered with the tools, the community, the data sets that we have at our fingertips. Yes, that is a good thing. But we also feel vulnerable, not just with COVID and other health challenges, and not just with natural hazards and other issues. But as our world becomes more interconnected, we also feel a bit vulnerable from local to global forces acting on people's lives. It's okay to have that tension. We feel empowered, but we also feel a bit vulnerable. And again, that's why we need each other. That's why we need the community. So recognize both of those things. Number five, geotechnologies are, it's not just a nice tool set to understand for your future career pathway. It's not just going to help you get your next job. It is absolutely essential for teaching, learning, your career, and for planet Earth. We absolutely have to have these tools and perspectives to build this more sustainable world. About the energy, about the water, about the biomes, about the habitat, about the hazards, resilience, etc. Right? We've got to have geotechnologies and spatial thinking to build a better world. So they're absolutely essential. It's not just a nice to have thing that's interesting and, oh, I love maps. No, it's much more important and noble than that. Number 6, what's where, why is it there, and why should we care? What's where, why is it there, and why should we care? That's my mantra, and I'm sticking to it. Think about those 3 things. What's where, why is it there, local to global scale, and why should we care? Why should we care about energy, water, biomes, habitat, natural hazards, energy, etc.? Business systems, supply chain management, human health. Why should we care about that? Because it affects our planet and affects individual lives and communities and whole regions, whole countries, whole hemispheres. Okay? You can also think about the 3 C's: curiosity, critical thinking, and care. That's what, to me, using these tools and these perspectives means. It's being curious about the world, developing critical thinking, and care. Care about people and the planet. Those are 6 of my 60 pieces of advice. Join me for additional episodes. Thanks for being with me.